Real quick.
Are we? Good morning. Oh, wait, it's not the morning. It's the afternoon now. Hi, how's it going? Oh, am I supposed to introduce myself? I told them I didn't want to be the facilitator because I'm not good at facilitating. So we're just going to roll with it. And I'm a little sick today. But my name is Connor Bushyhead, and I am the executive director for Cheyenne and Arapaho Tribes Department of Health.
And where do I look?
Right there.
This is my first live here. Oh, hello. Can you hear me? My name is Melinda Sutton. I'm a prevention specialist. I work for the Cheyenne Arapaho Tribes as well, and I started in June of this year.
Yay! We love Melinda.
Yes, I was head lady this past Saturday in Clinton. Tor asked me to be head lady, so it's my first time. I was nervous, but I got through it. I had a lot of help with through my coworkers and family. Billy Sutton, my aunt, came and helped me, guided me through that, and so I'm very grateful that since working here, I got to connect with more of my family on my Sutton side. So I'm really grateful for that.
Hey!
Yeah, he was just going crazy.
We love him.
Yes.
I seen he was at a school thing this week. Did you see that? His education's having like their little mini powwows.
Oh, yeah, I think he was at Canton today.
Go Billy! Go Billy! And what's your nickname? Does everyone know your nickname?
So, thanks to Barry, he has everyone thinking my name is Linda. So it's Belinda. And then Billy gave me another nickname. He calls me Princess. So it's either or, they just keep adding on. So yeah.
She's just kind of embraced it, but it's all fun and games at DOH. Well, we work too most of the time. I'm just kidding, all the time.
Yeah.
But Tor asked if we could give our take on the Elder's Meditation for the day. Did you want to read it?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
So for today is the honor of the people lies in the moccasin tracks of the women. Walk the good road, be dutiful, respectful, gentle, and modest, my daughter. Be strong with the warm, strong heart of the earth. No people goes down until their women are weak and dishonored or dead upon the ground. Be strong and sing the strength of the great powers within you, all around you. And this is Village Wise Man and Sioux. The elders say the Native American women will lead the healing among the tribes. We need to especially pray for our women and ask the Creator to bless them and give them strength. Inside them are powers of love and strength given by the moon and the earth. When everyone else gives up, it is the women who sing the songs of the strength. She is the backbone of the people. So to our women we say, sing your songs of strength, pray for your special powers, keep our people strong, be respectful, gentle, and modest.
Oh, that's so powerful. Oh, I want to cry now. Do you want to go first? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me move the mic up. There, is that better? Can you hear me now? Okay, let's hope that they can. I'm also sick today, so my voice is like I'm just kidding. I don't have COVID though. But yeah. So my take on that, yes, women are beautiful. I think that sometimes we forget to consider some of the things that they have to do on their day-to-day living. I'm not a mom, but seeing my mom growing up in a single parent household and all the things that she had to endure as a single parent, and there was never one complaint. Um, would continue to strive through and push through, work her butt off to get us where we needed to be. It was crazy because I was talking to someone the other day about competitive softball, and a lot of people that know me know that I used to play competitive growing up. Very, very expensive. And like I said, my mom only had one income, but we would have fundraisers, we would do all kinds of things, and at the end of the day, she was always there. Never complained, always tired, always had to be there super early for practices, for games, training, anything that we did. And now that I'm an adult and she's not here and I think about it, like, man, I wonder how many times like she was tired and wanted to give up, because there's days when I wake up and I feel like that. Um, and I turn to those people that are older than me, some that are even younger than me, and kind of just get their perspective on things. And I feel like it's really empowering at times to know that we all struggle to some capacity, but we all can connect and learn from each other. I was in Salt Lake City. Oh man, when was this? In September. I think I was telling Tor about this. Forever and ever, they were trying to get me to go to a talking circle, and I just didn't want to go because I'm not big on opening up to people that I don't really know yet. I'm just kind of not there. But I went down to the conference to go register, and whenever I get there, they're like, "Hey, you're early, but there's a women's retreat going on next door. Like, you should go check it out." So I hear the word retreat, and I'm thinking, "Oh, this is gonna be fun. Let's go check it out." Yeah. Well, we walk in, and the door closes behind me, and as soon as I walk in, I realize it's a talking circle, and it's full of Native American physicians, people that work in the health field, and what they were doing was a talking circle. Super quiet. The door closed behind me, so I couldn't really walk out and leave. Everyone turned and looked at me. So I go and I find my seat, and as we're sitting there, just going around the room, and all you hear is everyone talking about the different things that they have to overcome on a day-to-day basis, but yet they still continue to wake up, show up for their family, for their clients, for their community. They hold on to all of that hurt that gets put out into the world and try to put it back in a graceful way. And it was just really moving to be there in that setting. So by the time they get to me, which, mind you, I never been in a talking circle. So by the time they get to me, I'm like bawling my eyes out. And they're like, "It's your turn." I was like, "Me? Do I have to go?" Like, and I was like, I don't know. I didn't ever see myself being I didn't ever see myself being able to be somewhere in a room full of complete strangers, just able to be super vulnerable. But it was through them sharing all the things that they experience, and also kind of let me know, like, it's not just me. It's not just who I may think it is. It's kind of everyone. And the more and more we talk about it, I think the more and more it helps us empower one another, help build each other up, put that nice, graceful touch out into the world. But yeah, that's kind of what I got from it.
Okay, my turn. Um, I don't know. I think one of the women that I would look up to is my mom. I think women are important in our lives. It's just that I look up to her. Like Connor said, we go through a lot, and being a mother is tough. I'm not a mother, but I know that my mom, if something's going on with her, I think she tries her hardest to mask that, whatever she's going through. And um, even through things that she's gone through, I feel that that's where the moms, they get their strength from, is they try to mask that. But like I said, I don't know where I'm going with this, but
You're okay. I totally get it. I've been there
yeah,
before.
but I think that that it's good that you found strength too about, being vulnerable, being open, and not letting, um, I guess, holding that in. Like you said, we all go through things, and I think with myself, I tend to hide things and mask things, and I let it, I guess, build up and stuff. But kind of hearing some people like their stories and everything. I'm learning to not let that, I guess, hold that in and trying to be vulnerable more.
Yeah. That's a good take on it too. So Natalie commented on here. She said, "The healing begins in that circle. It's a hard conversation to have with yourself, but so necessary and
Cathartic.
I was gonna say cathartic, but then I had to pause for a second to make sure. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It is. Um, and whenever I think of that, whenever you say that, that kind of makes me go back to prayer too. That was something that I practice on a daily basis, but being able to kind of open up about it and share to other people, expand a little bit more in my prayers and not just asking for strength for myself, my family, my friends, but everybody around the whole, like it's everyone struggles with things and prayer is necessary for everyone to be able to come up. I'm going to read that again. I feel like I'm rambling now. I always feel like I'm rambling.
Burn the clock.
Open mic, burn the clock, they say. But yes, be respectful, be gentle, and be modest. I think that's super important. And when they say be respectful, I don't think it's not only respectful of yourself and to yourself, but respectful to those around you. I think that's helpful and necessary, helps build the future generations that are to come. Gentle and modest. I try to be gentle. I'm also a nurse. That's what most of my career has been in, is nursing, and I do often get told that I have a really big heart. I do the little extra things like send crazy amounts of Christmas cards to everyone for no reason. But gentle and modesty, being gentle to me is also practicing grace and forgiveness. Everybody makes mistakes, and sometimes people just need that extra chance. I think you tie a lot of that into sobriety and the world and how things operate and how things go. Working in the mental health capacity, inpatient psych and drug and alcohol detox, there is plenty of times people would come in to my building, they're detoxed, and of course they're going to be rude, mean, say a lot of hateful things, get upset with you. But at the end of the day, they would always come back and apologize. And even if I didn't get that apology, just still knowing to be empathetic, be nice, move with good intentions always, no matter how they present to you, because at the end of the day, whatever you put out in the world comes back to you. And I totally believe that. Melinda's like, man.
Yeah.
So it's open mic Monday, and it looks like Kendrick's gonna hop on with us. Stop. Hello.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's good to be here. My name's Kendrick Sweezy, tobacco prevention specialist for Empower program here at the Department of Health. Glad to be here.
I'll open it up to where we were at.
I guess the topic is,
if you want to read through that quick, I can give a recap on this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So Tours Powwow, I heard, was amazing and awesome per usual. They ran out of brisket because natives like to eat the meat and potatoes first. And then we also heard from Melinda her take on being, was that your first time being head lady?
Yes.
Oh, yay.
I don't know if you can hear me, but yes, my first time.
You did wonderful, though. I heard you did wonderful, and that's great. We're so thankful that you were able to get out there and do that for us. Awesome.
My favorite part was the first song. She's on the other side. She walks all the way around. I was like, she gonna honor one of us? And she's like, where do I stand?
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
Stand with us. She's like, okay.
oh. Well, good. I'm glad it went well. We also had our recovery volleyball tournament going on. Mellow. Our recovery volleyball tournament going on across the street at the same time. We had 6 teams turn out, and I believe it was Greasy Faces, Stink Aces. Yes, that placed first. They almost got swept though in the championship game. I heard the Clinton kids came back last minute. We're about to beat them and have to go into an if game, but they barely scraped by. Is that enough time, Kendrick? Are you still processing? I'm trying to avoid Mello's comment.
About being head lady next?
I was a princess long time ago, so long time ago. Long time ago.
Yeah.
Retro.
So just my take on that.
Yeah, move this mic to you.
Yeah, I agree with the meditation for today. It's a lot of good information on our rows with our tribes. A lot of our tribes are either patrilineal or matrilineal, and then with our Cheyenne Arapaho people, a lot of our societies and stuff it goes through the male side. It's a male dominant society, but at the same time, even with all of our chiefs and our headsmen and all of our male figures, we still recognize all of our female leaders and female roles within our tribes, because there's a lot of our ceremonies too that we can't complete those ceremonies without a woman there. And then, like for example, whenever we have sweats, one of the last people to pray in our sweat lodge on our fourth round is usually our women, and we ask for a woman to pray for that fourth round, because that's one of the things that we share amongst our Cheyenne Arapaho people is the Creator listens to our women because they're able to bring life into this world, and they have a deeper connection to from this side of earth side to the Creator. And so we use them. Women play an important role for a lot of our tribes, and they're more or less, you could say, they're more powerful than just any of our men. And so yeah, that's just on a cultural side of things. And um, I'm glad that we could have something like this. And also, just that's one thing I noticed about our societies, mainstream society and our Indian societies culture. Sometimes the women, just the average women, and I guess in American society, kind of don't have a stand, or they don't have a place, or they're kind of in a smaller, diminutive role as opposed to a lot of our tribal areas. And so, I agree with that. And there's some tribes out there that are matrilineal, maternalistic, like the women that actually leads the tribes. I know on my Navajo side, uh, the women have the final say, but it's the men that talk for them. And so that's one of the differences between my Arapaho side and Navajo side. But yeah, the main thing I know with our tribes, all of our tribes, is the men, the women, the kids, elders. They all play an important role in our society, and they all bring something to the table. Nobody gets left behind, and that includes all the orphans. That includes all of the, I guess you could say, the important people, the chiefs, the headsmen, the traditional medicine men, and then going all the way down to the babies, the kids, and those future generations to come. They all have a good, important role for all of us. And so that's one of the things that it was relayed to me just from my elders, my folks, my relatives, my grandpas, grandmas. So yeah, just add that little bit into this portion.
Thank you, Kendrick. That was I'm glad we brought him on. For real though, for real.
Going back to what he said about the sweats and the women praying, Barry invited me to my first sweat. I want to say it was probably back in August, but that was my first time going to a sweat. And I don't remember the family, but I'm pretty sure it was a relative of Barry's. But I remember just hearing them say, like Kendrick mentioned, it reminded me that the women pray last, so the Creator can hear all the prayers, even the men. So they, for what they said was the prayers, the men, they did all that praying, but the Creator won't hear them until the women pray. And he just said that to mention, let them hear the men's prayers, pray about, mention what they prayed about so that the Creator can hear their prayers as well. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yep. And speaking of that, I was just thinking it's November. It's Native American Heritage Month. Let's not forget it was a Cheyenne woman that killed Custer. Why y'all gonna laugh at me? Allegedly. Okay. Coming from the mill, of course. It was. It was. See? Look at you. Okay. So what's next on the agenda for today? What kind of activities and events do you guys have going on this month? I know it's Great American Smokeout Month. Are you guys going to do anything?
Yeah, for Empower, we're going to have a Great American Smokeout event. Try to plan it for November 21st. We're still in the working details. I'm working with Brittany to try to come up with a date and time, location. Since we're state funded, we are kind of lacking on the incentive areas and the meals and all the things that everybody's accustomed to. So that's just one of our state grant funded restrictions that we have, is we're not able to provide food and we're not able to provide incentives, but we're trying to figure out something to get everybody out there to do a pledge on not smoking for at least one full day. And that includes any form of commercial tobacco, so whether that be dipping, chewing, vaping, e-cigarettes or pipe tobacco, hookahs, any type of commercial tobacco use. We're trying to have everybody pledge at least one day that they're not going to use it. And we're working, like I said, I'm working on details and trying to get an incentive item to once everybody signs a pledge, they can receive an item.
There's a certain day that's like designated for that? Isn't there like is it November 21st or something like that?
Yeah, that'd be the national day is November 21st.
Yeah,
but
so you guys are still working that out.
Yeah, we're trying to do it on the same day, but if we had to move it forward or back, that's where we're trying to figure out.
I think that's the day of the employee Thanksgiving lunch, because I was going through my calendar writing stuff out today, so we might have to.
Yeah, so there's that, and then there's for Empower, we have a quarterly meeting. I believe that's on the 14th, and so we're going to be going down to Ada with our Chickasaw partners, and so we're going to be gone for most of that day. And I need to get with Terry and Tradition Not Addiction and find out about our schools for this month as well, to see where we can squeeze in the GASO event.
Yeah. Well, fun fact about cigarettes. You know how many chemicals are in cigarette smoke? About 4,000. Very close. Darian said 2.
I said at least.
Oh, at least 2. Very close. Zach commented on here, election watch party. So yes, DOH building is hosting an election watch party tomorrow. I don't know what the time frames are, but I think it's at 6 to 8, 7 to 7. So if you are not doing anything, come down to Department of Health building, 1950 South Shepherd Avenue here in El Reno. There will be food and lots of natives here, hopefully not getting too rugged over elections, but anything else?
Well, you guys brought up the month of November, so I know November is Men's Health Month, and also Alzheimer's disease. Then plus, usually for November we have 4 tribal holidays. If I can remember them correctly, it's Veterans Day, Oklahoma Indian Heritage Day, Thanksgiving, and National Indian Day. And so those are those 4 holidays the tribes will be off. And then we also try to acknowledge the veterans. I forgot which branch. Is it Marine's birthday?
In November, I think it's Marines.
And then see, there was some other
Sand Creek.
yeah, Sand Creek and also Black Kettle,
Mhm.
Washita. If I can think of the correct dates, I believe Sand Creek is the 28th, I think.
I think
1864, and then, or no, yeah, 1864, and then let's see, Black Washita, I think is the 69, 68, 1868, November 29th, 1869, something like that.
we gotta go fact check.
Yeah, I got to double check that, but
Phone a friend.
I know they're almost 4 years apart. And
Yeah.
then speaking of Sand Creek, like whenever I go around, well, especially whenever I was at OU, we would talk about American Indian history and all the different things that took place. And a lot of people would think all of these massacres and wars were just from a long time ago and it doesn't affect them. But I would always mention to them that, like, I'm a descendant from a survivor of Sand Creek.
Mhm.
And like the story with what took place is my I believe it's my 4th great grandmother is the one that survived it, and she was I believe 11 years old, and then her older brother survived it as well. He was 13, and both their parents didn't make it. None of their other siblings made it, and so the only way they got away was they had to they got they crawled into the ravine and they had to hide in the sandbank upstream. And it being November and in Colorado, it was cold, and I think they were saying it might have been ice on the ground, snow.
Mm.
And so yeah, that's one of the oral stories that was told to us. Was you got to honor our relatives, that survived that. And so if my grandma didn't make it, I wouldn't be here. And so, and then just touching from all the atrocity that happened back in the 1860s to now, that's how recent it is. It's not history from way back when. It affects us today. And the same way with my boys, I always tell them about it too. But kids being kids, I don't know if they're listening.
Yeah.
Kind of like myself when I was growing up. There's a lot of history my uncles and grandpas told me about, but I just, oh yeah, well, just kind of took it for granted. But
Yeah.
and then nowadays, people are asking me about it, and there's a lot of information that, looking back on, I wish I kind of paid it more attention to the details and the information on it. Because I know with our current generation, my generation, even a lot of my, I guess, cohorts, some of them are, already passing away, and it's kind of, we're kind of in that. It kind of makes me sad, seeing people my age or maybe even younger than me that they're already leaving this world, and it's kind of putting us in a not bad state, but we're not. We're kind of having a hard time.
Mhm.
But I try to do my best, and try to pass on little bit of information that I know, and I don't think I know too much, but a lot of people are saying, no, you got all kinds of nothing.
Can't
Become barging in there.
I know, right? Not realizing you're the baby elder. You're the baby elder, not us. That's where we go to. Our elder in the building, Kendrick over here. So helpful. Thank you for that, though. Like, I'm. We have a lot of memories from growing up. They used to do, well, they still do the healing run every year, but when we were younger, I remember the very first time I went. I think I was like in 6th grade or so, but just to be out there on the grounds around that time, it's very, very powerful. You can feel it. Anyone that's never been, if you ever get the chance to go, go. Hope and dream is that all of our tribal members can visit that area at some point or another. My brother was fortunate enough to go with a couple of other DOH employees this year. They had to go early this year. I think they went in October. I don't really know what the planning was around that, but they went and he was telling me how the kids were running and then they had some like antelope running across, and then when they went by this one field there was horses that were like galloping along, and so just very, very powerful. And we were believing, it's the spirits for our ancestors there running along with us. But yeah, there was something else I was gonna say. Oh, Courtney Reeder said and Zumba on Tuesday. Is she gonna do it? Lead us, her and Yoli. Hey, we could do that. Yes. Hi, Cassandra. I was gonna say Cassie, but I'm sorry. Cherry Pop Jr. Okay. Let's see. Daniel says protein powder for Men's Health Month, and Mello says Dylan Fox is heading that up. Okay, maybe we could do that. We'll see. We'll talk about it. All right, and then you have someone on there telling you where you can get some paintings from. Oh, awesome. And let's see. Hello, Rossi. And I was trying to think. I don't know if I have anything else. Do you guys? A lot of November, a lot of things going on in November. Elders, active aging adventures with CCRs, diabetes, wellness, respect. I might have said that one wrong. All teaming up. They should be releasing a new flyer with new dates and all of the different areas that they're going to be targeting. That's going to be some cognitive activities. Get those elders out there, get their brains active, moving around. What else is going on in November? I don't know. Have we put our outreach? I know we put our outreach event. Yeah. So if you don't follow us on Department of Health, I said this the other day, Department of Health Facebook page, we are trying to keep up with putting all of our events out there. There are about 5 of our programs that don't have a Facebook page, and so that's kind of the hub for them too. And those are the ones that do direct care services for our elders. I don't know if I have anything. I don't like talking. I know they're like, it's almost 5:00. Connor, shut up, knock it off. No, we're staying. I'm just kidding.
Over the weekend, I were at the tours benefit deaths. One of the things I was laughing about was, I think it might have been you guys as a committee special. We did the honor song, and then we're gonna do gore dance, and everybody was looking around, and
Billy's
time out.
Yeah, because we were on the other side. We were like taking forever.
Oh my goodness.
It's just us. In general. Anytime they do Isaac special, they mess up the song and have to restart.
Yeah. And then you guys were gracious enough to allow my aunt and them to have their concession fundraiser. Just want to say shout out to the tour program. Baby Ollie is suffering from I'm sorry, I'm laughing at all these comments. Suffering from kidney disease, and they were having a little bit of a hard time financially, and Tor was gracious enough to allow them to have a fundraiser, a concession stand. They also raffled off a grill, and they raised a good amount of money. So just want to say thank you. Yes. Oh, good. Now all my DOH employees are getting mad. Ghost, wrap it up. It's 5 p.m. They're going to shut the lights out. Clock out, no overtime. All right, guys. I'm done for the day, y'all. Oh, I did the